A very good evening to one and all. Today we are here gathered on this special platform to invite our guest to share her views and ideas with us. She is really a special person who has created a lot of impact in the world. So my dear friends, we welcome you once again to the International Fab Talk session, and let us get to know our guest much better and to understand what she could share with us today. She is none other than Dr. JENY RAPHEAL. She is a psychologist, and at the same time, she is an educational instructor. And the best she has to share with you, she has a rich educational background and as well a professional background. She has created a great impact in the society, not only in India, but across the globe. My dear friends, let's officially welcome our guest, Dr. JENY. Welcome, ma'am, to our...
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. May I take the pleasure to introduce you officially to our virtual family?
Definitely. Yes. It's
Thank
my
you.
Yes.
Thank you, dear. Dear friends, our guest, Dr. JENY, she has completed her PhD in Bharatiya University. The topic that she focused on was impact of home environment on adolescents psychological well-being, stress and anxiety. She has completed her MSc in Counselling and Psychotherapy from the Institute. Just a second, I'll get that right, dear team. I would like to focus on from where our guest has completed it. That's just a moment, because I would like to be a little correct and a little accurate there. The Institute for Behavioural and Management Sciences. I'd like to repeat myself. She has completed her MSc in Counselling and Psychotherapy from the Institute for Behaviour and Management Sciences. Apart from that, our guest today has also completed, something called as a certified course in child and adolescent counseling from the National Healthcare Academy. The National Healthcare Academy. And she has also done a parenting course where, they have given her a certification in parenting skills or parenting training. And she has cleared a certificate examination in that. She's also done her master's in science with mathematics from the Calicut University of Kerala. And apart from that, there's another postgraduate feather, or a master's in her cap. That is, she's completed her master in science in psychology from the Madras University. She's completed a B.Ed. And my dear friends, she has 23 years plus in the teaching field and 10 years plus in the counseling field. She's been doing great work. Apart from that, she's been giving a lot of her time and expertise in the research field. She has contributed a lot to many research publications. The list goes on, and if I keep sharing about her, like I'm becoming emotional and as well as in awe. How do I express her background? And yet so humble this person is, who has accepted our invitation and is going to impact the audience virtually as well as those who are present now on the platform. Dear friends, she's published these papers like Significance of Home Environment on Adolescents, Psychological Well-being and Distress. She's also focused on Indian home environment from the perspective of self-determination theory, environmental correlates of adolescent stress, a path analysis, and there are so many that I'm thinking, what to share. I'm in confusion that how can this person have so many feathers? That's really nice, ma'am. I'm really very happy. And she's even completed her Adolescence Autonomy, a thing to be refined in the Indian families, and the list goes on and on. She's given a lot of research papers, and at the same time, she has totally, we could say 27 research papers and above. So that's really very nice. I'll make it short. She's attended several seminars, national and international seminars, based mostly on family life, adolescence, and how to improve our mental health. And she's being on many national workshops. And dear friends, she's attended several conferences, symposiums, etc., and presented several papers. Now, I'd like to just go back to our guest, and I'd like to hear it from her. How did she, overcome all the difficulties and achieve such a lot, and how she could be an inspiration for you and personally for me. So yes, friends, we go to our guest and we'll invite her officially. Welcome, ma'am, once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you made me just like, shake up from my chair, like, Jenny. So much you have, yet so humble. How do you manage to be so humble, ma'am? Because usually we see people who have really, who are highly educated, and there's a different change in their mindset and behavior, but you're so approachable and warm. What makes you like that so special?
Yes, it is something that we learn throughout when we go through this life's journey. That is only when we are humble and simple we can achieve our whatever target we have set for ourselves. Because each phase of our journey towards some goal or towards some target teaches us this great lesson. That is, we are likely to make mistake. We are a person with some weakness, or say we are not perfect. As a human being, we can never be a perfect person. So going through the failures and setbacks at each phase of our journey teaches us this quality of being and becoming humble and simple and like that. That these qualities are essential for success in life. So we hold on to those qualities. That's all.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Very nice. Thanks for sharing that and making us understand like how and what it takes to be humble. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, our guests would want to know, our virtual audience would want to know, who is the real you? Who is Dr. Jenny Raphael?
Yes, as I said before, that is, I said right now, that is, I am simple. I'm a lady who is simple, humble, perhaps beautiful. And yes, I would like to explain myself or describe myself like this. I'm a person, basically a person with so much passion for learning. That is, this openness to learning throughout the life is there in me. That is, I am always ready to relearn, unlearn, and this life is for that. That is, this openness and readiness to learn makes me the person who I am. Yes, I would like to explain like that.
Great, great, ma'am. Very nice. I love the way you put it. Learn, relearn, and unlearn. Very nice. And be a lifelong learner.
Yeah. Yes.
So when I was looking at your profile, like I was like, this is the first profile with so many feathers, like so many achievements you have. Kept me really like lost. I was like Alice in Wonderland. Where am I? With who am I connecting with? It is really hard work that you have put in behind all of this, right, ma'am? That's really very nice. And I love your passion for learning more.
Yes. Hard work is essential in order to achieve anything. That is willingness to manage your time and your energy, your space, whatever it might be. It is management, ability to manage and plan your life accordingly, and to regulate everything in such a way that you are always focused on the goal that you want to achieve in your life. This is what makes success formula, I think.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, how do you manage stress? How do you de-stress on the professional front? How do you de-stress from the excess stress that we all have, or the burnout syndrome, you could call it? How would you manage that?
Yes, whether it is in the professional front or domestic front, dealing with the stressful situations, you know that first of all, I identify the triggering factors. Once we identify the triggering factors, for any stressful situation, there will be some triggering factors. Once we identify them, we grow in awareness of the situation. That is, what are the dynamics behind it, and that we come to a level of calmness once we identify the triggering factors. And after that, we must search for the causes. Once we set out to search for the causes of operating behind a stressful situation, it is a learning experience in the sense that you can see that almost all the causes, about 90% of the causes, will be something operating within you. Yes, it might be some sort of faulty way of thinking, that is our beliefs or errors in our attitudes, or something that we have to change in ourselves. So each stressful situation, I would like to say, it's a learning experience for me. That is, I take advantage of what a stressful situation has to teach me, so that I will not be going through that stressful situation again. So I do not hate to be stressed. That is for the first time or for the second time. There will be something to teach ourselves. That is, each stressful situation demands some sort of the change in the person who is going through it or who is subjected to it. So this kind of attitude to any kind of stressful situation will help you to deal with the life in a better way. This is my message.
Beautiful, ma'am. Very nice. And that is a takeaway for me.
Mm-hmm.
To learn from every stressful situation something, and to have a change in our mindset, to see for growth whenever you are stressed and not afraid of facing any stress.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the way you put it, ma'am. Very beautiful. Yes, dear friends, this is how we have to learn from our celebrity today, Dr. Jenny. Dear ma'am, as a kid, how were you? Were you the same studious or were you mischievous, notorious when you were young, a little kid?
Yes, as a kid, I was a little baby girl of my dad, and I was interested in experimenting or exploring the world around me by holding his hand. This is what I want to say. That is, yes, I was studious, a little bit studious basically. That is, from the beginning itself, I was very much interested in and engrossed by my academics. But I was very active with regard to the life. That is, I always interested in experimenting and exploring new events, new experience. But I was always my dad's little girl. This is what I remember when I recall my childhood. That's all.
That's beautiful, ma'am. Very nice. Thanks for sharing, dear. Who is your inspiration or your role model? How would you say that?
Regarding the inspiration, when you speak about this inspiration, when I look back, I can see that at each phase of development, different things or different persons or different sources of inspiration were there. I cannot single out a particular source or particular person as a cause of inspiration for me. For example, during my childhood, my teachers used to inspire me a lot. When I entered into adolescence, what I say is that some film stars or some celebrities used to inspire me. And once I entered into the college, I found that I'm surrounded by books in my college library. I was taken aback the collection of books, and I immersed myself in the philosophy, psychology, and whatever it may be. And I became a voracious reader. And the persons like Sigmund Freud, Osho, J. Krishnamurti used to inspire me. But once I entered into adulthood, what happened is that I started thinking about the meaning of my existence. It's usual. It is very common that when we start thinking about the life and its uncertainties and its existential meaning or purpose, we get interested in spiritual gurus. And this happened to me when I entered into. That is, I am inspired by some spiritual gurus as well. So this is what I wanted to do. Anything can inspire you. That is, if you are open, there is a openness of mind is there. Or always if you are receptive, anything can be an inspiration. That's all.
Beautiful. Very nice. Very nice, dear. Putting that so well and clear, like everyone who come across your path could be an inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Very nice, ma'am. Dear ma'am, as you already said, you are a good reader. You've already shared that just a few moments ago. Your favorite book? Any favorite book for us?
Oh, actually, Baresh, yes, I'm a good reader, and I have a big collection of books, and the digital books are there. There is hard copies are there, but I cannot say that I like a particular book because, there is no dearth for the books. First, the reason is this: and in this era of technology saturated world, and in this 21st century artificial intelligence has dawned. So it will be ridiculous to say that this book is my favorite, because in this week this book is my favorite, but when I purchase some other books, I will be feeling that this book is better than that and all that. So I can never point out a single book as my favorite.
Very nice. Very true and very great, honest, the honest way of putting things like that.
Yes.
Very nice. I like the honesty in that, because this, once you read a book, it may be very good. Then you buy a new book, maybe that is much better than this. So that's like you're always evolving when new content comes. As you say, this is the 21st.
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Yes, I get that. Dear ma'am, do you remember any nice incident that recently occurred? It's still fresh in your mind, a positive incident.
Any incident? Yes, recently I visited a place that is a heritage village. It was in Palakkad, and it was a nice. It is a refreshing experience or refreshing event for me, and I liked it. But with regard to the anything, if you ask me, I would like to convey that anything refreshing or anything new I came across. I would like to convey to my audience that if you visit the website of American Psychological Association, they have released a framework or guidelines for parenting community. And they have 20 guidelines are there. And yes, 20 guidelines. And they say that these guidelines are very much research based. And these guidelines are dealing with how the parents can help their children in order to regulate their screen time, their social media addiction, their mobile addiction, and everything like that. So this is something that impressed me a lot, because this is the need of the hour, I think. So this is something and there are so many webinars and workshops going around this idea. That is this framework that they have released. It is based on very much that is in-depth research. And I would like to communicate to you through this interview. That is, each parent must go through that. This is one thing that's online that impressed me. That's offline. It's the heritage village I visited recently in the Palakkad. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening our audience, especially the parents. Take this message seriously and get information and be updated. Dear ma'am, how would you like to be remembered in this world?
Oh, yes. To be remembered in this world, I would like to be remembered as a psychologist, as a teacher who has contributed a lot to the society for the well-being of humanity. Yes, that's all.
Oh, sweet. That's very, you've already done a lot. You've already contributed a lot. I've attended many of your webinars and your seminars as well. The way you create an impact on us, we are just sitting down and wanting more, especially at the Yellow Pond American College
Yes.
when they have that. You know, it really inspires us.
Yes, definitely. It's my passion that whatever knowledge, whatever expertise I have, I must contribute. I have always this feeling that I have this social responsibility to uplift all the people who are looking up to me. So I will continue till my death, this process of teaching and sharing of knowledge. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful sharing. Thank you, dear. Dear ma'am, if you get holidays, maybe for 15 days or 1 month, maybe, or maybe 1 day, which would be your favorite holiday destination? Where would you like to go?
If the holidays are long, and that is 15 days or 20 days, I am getting holiday, I will be planning some trip. That is recently I visited some places. That is last year, I think, last year or so. I planned a trip to outside India and outside Kerala as well. But holidays only for 1 day. I would like to spend time indoors. That is the silence that promises the sitting inside our room and immersing ourselves in silence. That has a very different kind of impact. That is, even therapeutic effect is spending 1 day in perfect silence inside your room, reading and doing anything that you like. That is perhaps reading, writing, whatever it might be. Yes, this is my way of spending leisure or holidays. I'm comfortable with myself. That is sitting alone. I enjoy. That is, I have so many works to do. That is silence. It's a very important factor for me. I must get a dose of it at least once in a week. That's it. Okay. So I holidays set apart for this purpose as well. Yes.
Yes, yeah. Thank you very much, ma'am. And I understand the importance of silence when you shared that part. I need silence for most of the time, or maybe at any given time, if I get a chance to, be all to myself, I really
Yes.
feel good.
Yes.
Yes, dear. I too love that. I to start
Yes,
learning.
we must
I
learn to, yes, as a person, we must know how to keep company with ourselves. Yes, it's a must. That is simply sitting, art of simply sitting in silence. It is something that this 21st century people are lacking, or that they do not know that art of sitting in silence, simply sitting in silence with themselves without much company. Yeah, because it works, because it is needed in this that is where everybody is busy and too much noisy. In this noisy world, such kind of things are needed in order to keep our balance. Yes.
Yes. Perfect, ma'am. Very nice. Dear ma'am, do you watch movies?
Not exactly. I'm not so much, because it's just because of lack of time. That is, during my college and adolescent days, I used to watch a lot of movies, but recently I do not, because I do not get enough time to watch movies. So if you ask any questions regarding movies, I can't answer in a better way. That is, it will be difficult for me. Yes.
Yes. At least could you recollect your favorite movie which you watched
Yes.
earlier?
Yes, in Malayalam, it is Chemmin by Thagari. That is titled Chemmin. The title of the movie is Chemmin. And in English, I will say that it is The Pianist. The Pianist and A Beautiful Mind. Yes, that is a beautiful mind. In Hindi, I like films of Madhuri Dixit, because I have this passion for dance, classic dance as well. Which, and she's the best dancer I have ever seen. So that's
Great. Very nice to know that part of you. You're also a dancer, ma'am. You were able to, give
yes,
your
during my college and school days, I used to practice dance, but it came to a halt. That is, I couldn't continue that practice. But still, I am a good. That is, I can enjoy this classical dance while I am sitting in the side of audience. And yes, that's it.
Thanks for sharing, because I thought you have so many degrees to your credit, and you having another part of you, another side of you where you're interested in dance. That's nice, to be multi-talented in all fields. I thought you were very studious, only focused on studies, and but that's really nice to know the other part of you. Beautiful. Ma'am, are you able to sing for us? Would you be able to sing? Could you sing?
No, not at all, please.
Okay.
No. But I can read. I mean, I can read. That is, I play piano and keyboard as well. That is, I have trained for past 8 years, so 8 or 9 years. I'm practicing it on a daily basis, at least for half an hour every day. I learn keyboard and piano as well. I can read. Yes, that's music is like in my blood.
Increasing.
Yes.
What every share has something new. Every side we are getting to know. So you're good.
Yes, yes. I think that one must take care of that artistic side of our individuality or our personality, because otherwise we will not be complete. That is, we cannot approach life in a complete way. That kind of involvement with the life should be that is artistic, scientific, and logical. Everything should be part of ours. That is, we must activate whatever capabilities we have in us. That's it.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Good. It's really so nice to know so many things about you, ma'am. And definitely our audience will be inspired by you, and they will just be multi-talented now. They will not just be focused on one part. No, even you're very studious, but you have to look at the other beautiful things life has to offer. Very nice, ma'am. Dear ma'am, what is that one thing you like about your own self?
Yes, I will say that it is the one quality I have is that perseverance. I will say that is, once I set a target for myself, that is, if I think that I must accomplish it somehow, I must have it in order to get along with the life, or in order to get along with the demands of my profession. Once I set a target, I will never look back. Regardless of the failures and setbacks I confront, I will be keeping on traveling. I will travel. I will be going through the journey. This is the one quality I have learned throughout my journey in the profession, and as well as due to my academic life as well. That is, setbacks and failures never holds me back. That is, I still persist. This is the one quality I would like to project about myself. That's it.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Our guests definitely will learn this special quality from you, and they'll continue their journey in life. They will not stop when they face difficulties or setbacks or any failure. Dear ma'am, how will you differentiate smart work and hard work?
Yes, there are so many definitions and explanations regarding these two kinds of work, that is smart work and hard work. But I think that while you are engaged in something hard, that is hard work, you think that you have to exert yourself or invest an extra amount of effort and energy into that work, means that you are engaging in that work in such a way that there is some sort of distance between the work that you do and you. That is, you keep a distance between you and your work in hard work. But in the smart work, what I see is that you figure out some ways, some methods or some strategies in which you find that you can invest yourself fully, or you can ensure 100% of involvement in the work. That is, you know how to experience that mental state called flow. There is a mental state called a flow while you are engaged in the work. That is, you give yourself fully to the work, that you are capable of deriving satisfaction and this enjoyment from the work that you do. That is, you are happy, you grow in confidence, and all these things that you can derive from this smart work. So this is how I would like to differentiate both. That is, when you are working hard, that kind of mindset creates a distance between the work and you. But in the smart work, you are capable of enjoying the work. This is the kind of the differentiation that I would like to make. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Very nice. Very nice, dear. It's very kind of you to share that insight to that question. Dear ma'am, as a youngster, were you interested in sports and games?
Oh, I'm sorry, not at all. To be frank, I'm not interested. No, it's not that I didn't get opportunity to experiment with the sports and games. That was the fact. But you know that for the past 16 or 17 years, I'm a practitioner of yoga. That is, every morning, I make sure that I practice yoga at least for 30 minutes. So it is helping me to stay focused and to my mental health as well as physical health. Overall health is taken care of by that practice. So it compensates, I think, that my lack of interest in sports and games. That is, it is giving me that is a physical movement and physical kind of things that is needed for our body. That is a yoga practitioner for the past 16 or 17 years, I think. So things going on like that.
Brilliant, brilliant. Academics and dance and musical instruments as well as yoga. Great,
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. I can just see a rainbow, like, everywhere. You're spread out everywhere in all the ways. Dear ma'am, what is that one change you would like to bring in this world?
Yes, whenever I think of this question, that is, what kind of change that we needed, I can speak from different angles. When we speak about it, that is from education, from the viewpoint of an educator or mental health practitioner, or from the viewpoint of a politician, from the viewpoint of a person who is interested in spirituality. And I would like to put in a simple way, that is the kind of the change I would like to see in this world is this. That is, I would like to see this world is full of youngsters who are courageous enough to be honest. That is, when I speak about this quality or trait, honest, I'm not speaking from a moral point of view. No, it's not like that. Honesty is something that I would like to see the youngsters to be honest about themselves. That is, to be honest to themselves and to the other people as well. That is, to be honest to oneself means that I must be honest to my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions, my attitudes. I must be honest to it. Whatever is happening in my system, I must be aware of it, and I must be honest, and I should be well aware of what is happening inside me and regulate my responses and life around that. And at the same time, I must learn to be honest to others as well in my social life. So having a bunch of youngsters, or in other words, if we could train young minds in this quality called honesty, I think that this world will be a better place to live in, because it will teach the youngsters to approach the life in an in-depth manner. In some kind of boldness is needed. Holistic approach is needed in order to train ourselves in honesty and in its entirety. I will say that. So this is one thing I would like to relate to you. That is, I would like to see the world with people who are committed to honesty in their life. Yeah.
Beautiful, ma'am. I really love that beautiful change that you'd love, to see in the world and bring about that change in this world. Dear ma'am, do you ever plan to retire at any given time?
Yes, I will be retiring just 1 second before my death.
Oof, I was waiting for it maybe after 5 years or 10 years. Then you suddenly changed it to just 1 second before my death.
Before death, I will be retiring. Wow. That's it.
You just held I was thinking, oh, this ma'am is going to say that she's going to retire after maybe 5 years or at the age of maybe 60 or 70. But then you gave me a shocker and said just 1 minute before my last breath. Wonderful, ma'am.
Not 1 minute, 1 second.
1 second. Let me correct myself. 1 second. That's so nice. Very nice. That's the beauty and that's the speciality of you, ma'am. So honest and so connected with the world that you want to give your best even till your last breath. And when I said 1 minute, you said, you corrected me and said, no, it is 1 second.
1 second.
Very sweet of you. Very nice. Dear ma'am, do you have any dream projects? If the answer is yes, you could say yes. If it is no, it's no. And if you'd love to share the dream project with us, you can share it with us.
I have a dream project. This is it. That is, I want to work towards this dream. That is, I would like to transform the teaching community of India. Because I think this is the need of the hour. That is, our educational system needs a serious overhauling. I will say that. Both the teaching, learning, everything about it, almost all aspects of our education system needs a serious overhauling. So I have my own way of working towards it. That is, I have set some targets and I'm very actively engaged in order to accomplish it. And as a human being, whatever I can do towards this, and I will be implementing and I will be acting for it. That's it.
Thank you for sharing your dream project, ma'am. Thank you. And we wish you all the best in your endeavors. And
thank you. Thank you so much.
We are with you and definitely will continue this beautiful journey to focus on what you really want to bring, a vast change and benefit the society and every individual's life, especially the teachers, you said, right? The education system. Yes. That's very nice.
Because change in the society can happen only through education. I believe so. That is a fundamental change which we want in any area of life. We must work through education. It is in the coming generations, we must be able to make an impact in terms of the change that we want to bring into the world. That's it.
Perfect. Very well said, ma'am. Very well said and accurately said. You're very correct on those terms. And I really wholeheartedly accept whatever you have shared. And we really will work towards that to bring a greater change in the society. Thank you, ma'am. Dear ma'am, we've seen you smiling. And yes, so what is the secret of your smile often? We've never seen you like grumpy. I have not seen you. So I would like to know what's the secret of your smile or when do you smile often?
Actually, there isn't any secret like that. I would like to say that anything that is capable of stimulating a positive emotion in me makes me smile. It might be flower, it might be baby's face, it might be something that I watch in the online, whatever it might be. That is anything that is capable of this. Now I am conducting, I'm in this interview, and your face is making some positive. Your smile is making some stimulating some positive emotion in me, so I keep smiling. That's it. Yeah.
Ma'am, any weakness for any sweets or spicy food, something like that?
No, I don't think that, because I'm very disciplined in my life regarding my food and whatever it's what I watch online, and very much disciplined. I'm very much disciplined because as a yoga practitioner, I think that it is not a physical activity. Yoga, we have to implement certain way of living throughout the day. That is from dawn to dusk. So I have to go through some kind of discipline in everything, what I watch, what I take in through my sense organs. In that sense, even if I have some weakness, if it is there, I gradually I find way or some way or strategy to overcome it. Like that, it goes on. That's it.
Great, very nice. Dear ma'am, what is your source of strength? How do you derive strength? When you feel low, or maybe when you have a setback, from where do you derive that strength to again bounce back?
Actually, I have installed, or I have already set. I mean, I have this the way of thinking regarding the setbacks and failures. That is, it will be there. That is, for example, setbacks. Without setbacks and failures, we cannot live in this world. So the question is whether you are capable of surmounting it. There is setbacks at any point of time. It may come, even if you are a perfect in your field, whatever it may be, as a speaker, as a teacher, as a psychologist. There might be some setbacks as failures, because this world is this ever-changing nature of the world. If we take into account, that is, there will be new demands, new requirements from you, even in the professional front or in the domestic front, wherever it might be. Failures and setbacks are part of life, just as any success, and that is whatever it might be. So it is a way of life, or it has become a habit of my life, that dealing with the failures. That is, I have learned that is this failure. But the question is whether you are repeating the failure. Make sure that you are not repeating it. You are going through it a second time or third time, then it is going to make adverse consequences in your life. So 1 or 2 times you are failing, 1 or 2 times you are confronting some setbacks. It's a part and parcel of the journey, actually. So this mindset is enough to deal with the failures and setbacks. So that's it. That's the way of doing it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, dear. Very nice. Ma'am, do you ever get scared? Bayam, they say, right? Do you have any fear? Or are you scared of anything?
Yes. I have to admit that I always have this fear regarding about being separated from our loved ones. Yes, that is, we have, there are so many people who care for us, and who is very much fond of us, and always have this, yes, I'm a little bit scared about being separated from them. But it is at the same time, it's a reality of life. One day we will be separated. And I'm not at all scared about anything else in this world, I will have to say. Not much. This is the only scaring thought, but it is a reality, we have to admit. And this fear of being separated from the persons whom we are, it is there in all of us. We have to deal with it. That's all.
Yes, very genuine, very nice. And you spoke at a universal level. This is the fear everyone has.
Yes,
That's
yes.
so nice. And
It's some sort of existential anxiety or existential fear. That's
yes, ma'am. Very nicely put in, ma'am. Thank you for bringing out that universal feeling where, you know, we, all of us suffer from this. But you said one fine day, all of us should separate. That's inevitable.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Ma'am, you have such a lot. You have a very special way of, you know, putting out things and making it clear. When we present a problem, you have a solution for it. That's the beauty of your thoughts, which you're sharing today. Very nice, dear. The next question coming up, ma'am. Do you ever get angry?
Occasionally, but I think that when I think of this this trait of anger, that is, every person becomes angry in certain circumstances. But when I look back, my responses, which these aggressive responses, are dwindling, or it is lightening up as I go through the life's journey. I mean, during adolescence, I used to become suddenly angry to the parents, and as well that kind of intensity of becoming angry or becoming aggressive in our responses is not there when I entered into adulthood. Now I am well in a position to manage well my anger. That is, whatever this anger, that is my responses, which are likely to be a reflection of the anger. That is the feeling. That is a negative feeling. I'm very well equipped to manage that kind of responses. That's it. Even if we are feeling angry, we are capable of thinking behind what is happening behind that. Why am I getting angry at this situation or at this person? Now that kind of thinking is capable of, I am that now this at this age I am capable. I am managing well this anger responses. Yes. And what we do that is that we consciously try to develop certain qualities like a bit tolerance and being compassionate, being mindful, all these. So an more inclusive way of approaching towards the life has emerged. I will say this more inclusive way of approaching the life and its situations has been evolved throughout my life. So I'm happy with the state I am in with respect to this negative feelings that often comes in us. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for explaining that so well. Thank you, dear. Dear ma'am, if at all you weren't a psychologist or an educational instructor, what would you have been?
Definitely, I would have become a classic dancer.
Wow.
Perhaps a musician too. Yes, I'm that much passionate about this. I was passionate because, but somehow it came to a halt. Otherwise, I would have followed that stream, that is dance, music, and perhaps I would have become a film star as well. These were my dreams, and still there is this. This passion is very much active in me, but I don't have the venues and time and opportunities to take out it and make it more active. That's it. A good dancer is there always in me. Yes.
Great, yes. Great, ma'am. Very nice. Thank you for sharing, ma'am. That's really so nice to know you. Dear ma'am, your favorite color? I know your favorite color, but I want our audience to know what's your favorite color.
Yes, it's like yellow color. That is it is in our background of our screen. That is yellow. Yellow color, I like it because I have this feeling that even if we wear yellow clothes, what happens is that it will protect us in the sense that it will be projecting whatever happiness we have in our mind. I mean, we are carrying in whatever mental state we are. That is, 90% we are sad, but 10% happiness is there. Means that when you wear yellow colors, this glow of the color will be projecting that happiness, that is positive state of your mind. But I have that feeling that will be projecting this. That is, you will be appearing in a more positive frame of mind, or positive hue will be there, I will say, when you wear that color. I have this feeling always. So I like that color very much.
Yes, dear. You're very right, ma'am. Like, the bright sunshine, the sunflower.
Everything is a yellowness around there. Yeah, that's
yes, yeah. Dear ma'am, when you were in school, your favorite subject?
Definitely it was mathematics. In school, during the school days, it was mathematics, but later it became psychology, transferred to the psychology. That's these two subjects I prefer most.
Great. Ma'am, any favorite proverb you'd like to share with us?
Proverb, yes. I would like to say this, that is, try to find out the reason behind every reason. That is, behind every reason, there is a reason. And so as human beings, that we have that tendency to search for the reason for particular incident, reason for particular event, reason for particular behavior of a person. But behind that, that is we will be formulating, or we will be coming to a conclusion regarding why this person or why group of this persons, individuals behaved like this. We will be having our own reasons for explaining the things happening around us. But behind that reason, why you behave, why that person behaved. A person is coming to your office very late. Almost all days he is very late. So we conclude like this: he's a late person, he's a late comer. This is a conclusion that we readily make about that person, for example. But if we search for the real reason, there will be some problems in his family, or he will be having a stressful family background, or he's a disorganized, he might be a disorganized person. Some mental health issues might be there. So if we go for this reason, behind the reason, we can experience the life in an in-depth way, in a fullness. I mean, fullness of life will be there. That is our experience about the life and its events, and about the persons that we are meeting with will not be incomplete. That complete experiences, that is full 100% of the experience, comes when we are ready to go deeper into the things that we are going through on a daily basis. That's it. Excellent. So reason behind every reason, search for it. This is the maximum. This is something. This piece of information, or this quote. It is something someone who put forward. That is, his name is Anil Kumar. He's a motivational speaker in Kerala. This is something that he related to us while we are listening. We were listening to his motivational speeches. That's it.
Very nice. Thanks for that share, ma'am. Thanks for sharing. Dear ma'am, if at all you had a few pets around you, would you really appreciate that, or you don't like pets? How would you take that question?
No, I will not say that I don't like pets, but I do not have any pets. Because it takes time. We must be ready to dedicate some of our energy and our time to take care of them. But usually I do not get time for it, so I do not have pets. But I like them. That is cats and puppies. Okay, it's nice to have them with us.
Great. Okay. Dear ma'am, till date you have accomplished so many things, so many achievements. Your proudest moment?
Yes, proudest moment. It's nothing other than that is I was when I was awarded PhD in psychology from Bharatiyar University, Coimbatore. That is during my viva was the examination in Bharatiyar University. This was the proudest moment. My father and my mother and all my family members were with me, and I got a special appreciation for the way I conducted the viva, was the examination. And this was the proudest moment in my life, I will say. Yes.
I could form a mental picture now when you were sharing that part of your life, the proudest moment. My family members were with me and lots of appreciation. So I could imagine that and, form a mental picture. Very nice. Dear ma'am, if at all you were given an opportunity to visit a zoo or a sanctuary, the zoo is just 10 minutes away from your home and the sanctuary is round about maybe 2 hours. Which one would you choose?
Definitely sanctuary. Yes.
Dear ma'am, I have a glass in my hand. It's a cup like. I would like you to look at it like a glass or maybe a cup, as however you look at it. Of course, it's a cup. Is your cup half full, half empty, or it's filled to the brim?
It is filled to the brim.
Great.
Yeah. Yes. Because satisfaction or sense of accomplishment is something that we must be capable of experiencing in our life. That is, it comes with a cost, actually. That is we have to work for it. It is true. But even if it is not how much we accomplished, but how much we could accomplish. It is the question that whether you have done your best. This might be the criteria, or this might be the what we say that this criteria with which we should measure how, that is whether we have done a job, or whether we could do our maximum. When all these questions come, this might be the criteria whether I have done my best. And when I ask myself whether I have done my best in my area, with different areas of life, yes, I have. This is it. So it's full to the brim. Actually.
Very nice. Dear ma'am, how many languages you're able to converse in?
Only two, English and Malayalam. And Hindi I can understand, but I can't speak much in Hindi. Yes.
Great, great. Dear ma'am, how do you look at this? Are you a good listener or a good speaker or both?
I'm a good listener. I can claim that. That is, yes, I can. I'm a best listener. I will say that when it comes to listening, I'm at my best. But regarding the speaking, I will say that I'm still training myself to be a better speaker, because I think that I'm not so perfect when it comes to communicate in language, whatever language, whether it is Malayalam and English. So I am grabbing all the opportunities I get to speak out. I mean, communicate well with it. So it will take time before, because tailoring this speaking, that is communication skill, or this way of speaking, it takes time. What I understand is that it fluctuates with our emotions and our state of mind, and our moods, everything influences the way you speak. Even if you have great ideas, you plan that you are ready to speak, and you want to communicate, you are ready to relate such and such points to your audience. It is your presence of mind and your strength of mind at that moment which influences the quality of your speaking. So a lot of training is needed to improve yourself, and this training you can never stop, because once you put some interval in your training process with regard to your improvement as a speaker, you will be readily walking back in terms of performance. That is, your quality will be readily gone. So I think that we must, in order to tailor our skills, in order to perfect our skills as a speaker, we must keep on speaking throughout life. So I am yet to be a perfect speaker, and I am along the journey working.
We admire you whenever you speak up, or whenever you share anything, or when you give us a presentation. You know, we are all in awe. All of us, when we sit down at 5 every evening. So it's really like and you're there and you're presenting that day. So we see that you are a great speaker. How to learn that skill from you? How to learn that confidence level with which you share your, concept in your mind? Yes, dear.
But I have a concept in my mind regarding to what level I must come. What level? But when I think about that, when I observe this speaking skills, or speaking nature, the way the eminent personalities speak, we have a concept in mind that my speaking quality, or I mean the way I speak must reach to that level. So I am yet to reach there, I think. Yes.
Dear ma'am, if you had a superpower, which superpower would you want? If at all you're getting a gift from the universe or the Almighty, you're getting a boon to have a superpower. Which superpower would you want to have?
If I get yes, a superpower, I would like to. If I have some superpower, I would like to enter into the brain of youngsters and change their stream of thinking or way of thinking style, which has nothing to do with the reality of life. Because youngsters are suffering from some sort of a thinking style. Their all problems are due to their way of thinking, or their thoughts, stream of thoughts has nothing to do with the reality. If I get a superpower, I am endowed with some superpower, I will enter into the brains of young people and set right their thinking style. This is what I have in my mind. And I know this superpower is not going to happen, or it is not going to actualize such a superpower. Perhaps when the technology advances, we may succeed in implementing it. That is, we can influence the thoughts of other people with the help of some technology devices. And yes, let us dream about that situation. Yes. Yeah.
Great. Very nice. Very innovative thought. It's something like unique. I was just imagining how now this is going to happen. And like, yeah, that's very nice, to enter into somebody's mind and like transform their thoughts, because that is not reality. That's what you said. What is there in the mind of the youngsters is not the reality. So your concept is very nice, dear.
Yeah, because it is not their fault, actually. They are not thinking in terms of reality. They are very immersed in the virtual world. It is not, that is a way of life, actually. After experiencing what is not real, we come to the real understanding of what is reality. That's a way of life, actually. I know that, but still, sometimes we feel that if we could enter into their brain and set right their faulty thinking patterns, we just wish for it.
Yes, dear ma'am, could you make our audience stay safe, or alert our audience any two red flags, how our audience or how we should stay safe from certain situations, any two red flags in life to stay safe from?
Just to stay away from some red flags.
Like maybe, youngsters may be into drugs, or maybe a young woman, married woman, or maybe a middle-aged woman suffering from domestic violence. There could be like red flags. So when it is the time for you to understand you're facing some type of negativity in your life, to be alert. Certain people don't even know that they are being manipulated. So when one should be alerted, or be on that alert zone that yes, this is not right for me. So this is a red flag in my life. I need to take the next step.
But it depends upon on the context. That is, each context. That is, you right now you pointed out two contexts. That is drug abuse and this domestic violence as well. So each context, a red flag in each context is different. So what we can do is that we have to give awareness to them. That is, when it comes to domestic violence, and the person who is undergoing this violence is not aware that he or she is being manipulated. But the insight comes to him or her, that is, she or she is being manipulated, only when she refers to some other sources or some other new information regarding her own situation, enters into her mind. There comes an insight, or her eyes are opened. That's a state of mind. But what I can say is that depending on the context, we can give awareness programs, awareness classes to the persons who are victimized, whether it is domestic violence and whatever it might be. So when I can't just identify or speak about a single red flag or something like that. But in general, in order to make the people aware of the possible red flags, in each context or in each area, we have to give awareness classes or awareness programs we must conduct.
Super. Very nice. Very well said, very well answered, thoughtfully answered. And I should say intelligently answered. Create awareness. That's beautiful. Very nice. Dear ma'am, one question is here like this for you. From this very second, and the coming next 50 years, what type of changes do you anticipate in the future?
What kind of, yes, I'm not so far-sighted. I'm sorry. Yes, because we cannot predict what kind of changes are going to happen in this world, because the changes are coming in a rapid way, such a rapid way. That is technology explosion. That is, it happened within a short span of time. You know, technology explosion, knowledge revolution, everything happens. So I am afraid to predict, because I'm not so far-sighted. That is, I can't predict in terms of where this world is moving. No, I'm not that much studied and about this world, because I have studied, I am well versed, and I am expert in some areas of this living and this knowledge, whatever it might be, regarding the geography, regarding the history, my knowledge, and regarding the political dynamics, or whatever it might be. Not all aspects of the society and world I am not well studied. That is, if once I finish my studying and finish my research regarding the entire world, where is going it and what is likely to be, I will be making some statement regarding this question, but I do not dare to do it now. I'm sorry.
Okay, dear.
Yes.
The next question coming up, ma'am, will just take another 10 minutes. Sorry for taking a little extra time. Dear
Okay.
ma'am, may I take 10 more minutes, please, with you?
Sure, definitely.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, the next, we were been dealing with a question about the future. Now there's a question about the past. Like, if at all you had a time machine in hand and you were asked to click a button, and when you click that button, you would go into the past and you are supposed to relive somebody's life. Whose life would you want to relive?
That is, I'm given an opportunity to
relive somebody's life.
Somebody else. Yes, I would like to choose Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda. Yes.
Very nice.
Because I haven't seen a perfect man. I mean, I like him because it is the as a human being, Swami Vivekananda is a possibility to which level we can evolve. I will say that. And there are, I would like to mention some more people that is along the line. That is Swami Vivekananda, and perhaps yes, let me point it out. That is Swami Vivekananda. Yes, let me say that. Okay. If I think in deeper way, that I will be selecting two or three more people. That is yes. For the time being, I am saying that it is Swami Vivekananda.
Yes. But I guess there are many more in your,
yes.
Like, you want to share.
Are coming, but I will be giving preference to Swami Vivekananda. Yes. His philosophy, I am very much fascinated. It is not some religious way of interpreting his philosophy of life or his ways, but it is. I see him as the possibility up to which as a human being can grow and expand. That is a way. That is I have this passion. I mean, for his work, I have read almost all his work by Swami Vivekananda, and I exhort that all the youngsters must go through his work, and you will be provided with a different way or different angle to look at life, and you can experiment. And if you feel that it is good way of thinking and experiencing the life, hold on to it, embrace it. It will help a lot. Yes, that's all.
Very nice, dear. Very nice. Thank you so much, ma'am. There's another question coming up, ma'am. How do you look at constructive criticism?
Constructive criticism. Yes, constructive criticism must be something that is capable of constructing something in the person who is at the receiving end of the criticism. That is, constructing means that it must be capable of elevating the person from the level now at present he is. That is, it must elevate him, or it must be capable of giving the person another way of thinking or another angle of approaching the things. And it must be constructive criticism must be something that must be given, taking into account all the foibles or all the weakness or all the demerits and everything, whatever weakness, whatever negative things or positive things are in the person. Only those person who has trained his brain to view things in an objective way. That is, only those person who has trained his brain in objectivity can give this constructive criticism and all this. So it must be capable of changing a movement in the person who is at the receiving end of this kind of constructive criticism. That is, it must be a learning experience for that person. This is what I mean by constructive criticism. And it must be given in an objective manner, at the same time taking into the consideration all the in the mental state and the plus points and the negative points of the person who is at the receiving end. That's all.
Great, great, very nice. Ma'am, one last main question here. Are you able to forgive people easily?
Definitely, yes. I was not like that during my college days, adolescent days. Yes, I used to keep grudges, but now forgiveness is a medicine actually. Yeah, medicine means that if we keep grudges or we are holding on to some grudges towards a person, means that it will be acting in a negative manner upon your system. This is a fact. This is a proven fact, scientifically proven fact. That is, you will be if you are carrying some sort of negative attitude or negative, that is that revengeful feeling inside you, means that it is hurting you as a person. So forgiveness is something that we must practice if you wanted to remain mentally healthy, physically healthy, or something like that. So it comes, that is forgiveness, that quality of forgiveness comes as a consequence of practicing compassion, tolerance, and qualities that is positive things that is likely to enrich our life. That is compassion, tolerance, and help sharing attitude. And all these things we must cultivate in ourselves in a conscious way. Then forgiveness is a must. If you are compassionate, if you are tolerant, you must learn how to forgive others. And as a person, I am capable of that. That is, even if the people do negative things to me, yes, I express my discomfort at the moment, but I do not carry the things inside my mind. That's it. Every human being must come to that level. Then only we can enjoy life and well-being. Yes, that's it.
Very nice. I like forgiveness is medicine. I like that.
Yeah. Otherwise, it is a poison.
Yes.
If you do not have it, means that you are carrying some poison.
Very, and it's the first time I've heard this put it like this way. Forgiveness is medicine. It's really very nice, and that's a takeaway.
Sure.
Yes. Very nice. Dear ma'am, we've come to an end to the main round of the interview session. Now we have the rapid fire round where just you have to answer in one word or two words.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure whether I can. Yes. Come on, please. Continue.
Yeah, you have time? Do you have time? Another 10 minutes?
Yes, definitely.
Sorry for taking extra time, ma'am, because you were so interestingly sharing and yes, dear.
Yes, carry on, please.
Yes, dear friends, we are now going on to the rapid fire round. Dear ma'am, it's for you now. You love cakes or ice cream?
Okay, cakes.
Cakes. Strawberry flavor, chocolate flavor?
Chocolate, definitely.
You love the summer, winter, or rainy season?
Rainy season. Yes.
You'd love to travel by land, water, or air?
Land. Yeah.
You'd like to spend lots of time in the city, a little town, or a village?
Village.
When you help others, do you expect something in return?
Not exactly. Yeah.
Your idea of a beautiful day?
Day without much work. That is, I have my own choices. Yes.
Are you a good cook?
No, not at all. I'm
Same
sorry.
Same to you. Somebody's with me. I'm happy. The name of your favorite teacher or sir?
Margaret. Margaret teacher. She was my Malayalam teacher.
Yes, dear. Is there anything you'd like to change about yourself? Yes or no?
Change must happen because I'm always open to changes. That's it. That is, if change is needed, I'm ready. That's it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Very well answered.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. Morning person, afternoon, evening, or night? When are you active?
Morning person. Yes, definitely.
Love sweet food, salty food, or spicy food?
Okay.
Or all three, you could say.
Yeah, all three. I will say. That's it.
Yes, dear.
Uh-huh.
Prioritizing money only or prioritizing only happiness or both?
Both. Yes, yes, yes. Happiness.
Great.
Yes, yes.
Introvert, extrovert, or between these two?
Yes. 60% introvert, 40% extrovert. Yes.
When you are alone, or when anyone who is like, having some leisure time to themselves, me time, we are mostly in our thought process, thinking something or, imagining something, or we may go into the past, or maybe we may be in the present, thinking about something to do immediately just now or doing it, or maybe we are thinking something about the future. Where do you find yourself in your thoughts?
That is, I rarely go to past, but if there is some urgent things, I will be dealing with this present matters. But otherwise, I will be planning for the future. I have so many projects in my mind, and so I. Yes.
Great. Socializing or me time? Which would you prioritize?
Me time is a must. Yes, definitely me time, I will say, because socializing is a secondary for me. Yes.
Ma'am, you are a thinker, a doer, or both?
Both. Yes.
You love fresh salad, fresh fruits, or fried food?
Fresh one. Yeah.
Home cooked food or food ordered from outside?
Only home cooked.
Okay,
Because yes, only because if there is not facility for getting this home cooked, we have to resort to the outside food, but otherwise only home food.
Great. If you were given a chance to spend time on a beach or in a forest, which one would you choose?
Beach. Yeah.
Singing or dancing or both?
Yes, both, I will say. Yeah.
Could you sing for us? As you said, both?
No. Singing means that listening to the music.
Okay.
That's all. And reading this organ, that is piano or like that.
Okay, ma'am. You're able to, you love to go walking, or you love to ride a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler you like to drive?
Yes, I like driving. That is four-wheeler is with me. So, and walking as well, I like actually. That is every day I go for walking for some time. Yes.
Great. Dear. One last question, ma'am. Two last questions. There's a little table there. There's a book and music. Which one would you lay your hands first on?
First of all, I will be laying my hands on book, but after that, I will definitely listen to the music because I need it. Whenever this music is in front of me, I have to listen to music. Yeah. First of all, this option is book.
Very nice, dear. One last question, ma'am. My dear friends, as we all know, there are the three magical words: please, sorry, and thank you. We know that it's being passed on from one generation to another. So today we'll ask our celebrity today, Dr. Jenny, to share three special positive words for us. You could call them as magical words to work wonders on us. Ma'am, you have to share with us three positive words on this platform now.
Three positive words. That is openness, perseverance, and love.
Openness, perseverance, and love. Yes, dear friends. So, dear friends, we'd like to thank our guest today for giving all the time that she had. And in fact, we have taken a little extra time for ma'am. We are very sorry for, taking a little extra time, ma'am. Excuse us. And thank you so much for gracing our platform.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes. We look forward to even having you for further sessions. Thank you very much, dear.
Sure. Definitely. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye. Dear team, we shall sign off for now and join again in the next Fab Talk International show. Stay safe and stay connected. And if you like what we are doing, do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.